the city of lights, came here to move on. Came here for the bitches that might suck me to the drums. Was I wrong for taking up your time? Am I wrong for thinking that it's time to be myself? I need some help. Maybe I'll think back to when I left you for Kel. I really should've thought it through, she made my life hell. Type of way towards you, and I know that I'ma need to be clear about my intentions with you, oh with you.
Stunt smash. Oh, self elf. Bash. Surfing, Flame Slinger, Nick.
Hello and welcome to Channel 342 News. Today we have a special report for you. A man that goes by the name Ash the Bartender has gone missing. He is 6'3" with long dark brown hair, last seen wearing a dress shirt and a tie. Some bystanders have also reported that he's usually carrying around a G Fuel shaker cup. Sorry, what's that? Reports are coming in that he might have been murdered. For more information, we go live to Austin Tater's Nuggets.
Holy shit! It's Halloween. What is up, peoples of the interconnected net? I can't believe it's Halloween already. The year is just flying by. It's weird, because I'm not exactly excited for Halloween, but I'm not excited, if that makes sense. I just think that the older you get, the less exciting Halloween is. But it does gives me an excuse to make a Halloween special. But what topic should I talk about? I guess we're playing Fnaf today. Five Nights at Freddy's. What can I say? You know that bear plushie you see in Hot Topic? Did you know that there's a game franchise around it? Yes, that's right. In 2013, a small indie game developer by the name Scott Cawthon released Chipper & Sons Lumber Co. The game did not do that well and got mostly criticized for the characters looking like creepy animatronics like the ones you would find at Chuck E. Cheese. See, this would be bad news if you were anybody but Scott Cawthon, because we were not ready for the empire that was to start in 2014. Games, sequels, spin-offs, books, movies with Warner Brothers. Then not. Then movies with Blumhouse. Eventually. Plushies, toys, and even Funko Pops. There was no stopping the juggernaut that is Fnaf. And who do we have to blame for this? Yeah, you would think, right? Nah. It was actually these two assholes. Between Markiplier's gameplay videos and MatPat's theory videos, the popularity for these games exploded for everyone wanting to see what the next installment brings from either the gameplay or the lore. Yeah, Fnaf was one of the first games of its time to tell its story extremely cryptid. Now that's either true or false, I don't know, I don't fact check shit. But between random images changing in the background to Atari-like minigames, the lore behind this franchise intrigued everyone who crossed its path. And that's why I'm going to take my stab at establishing a timeline to solve what others could not. Five Nights at Freddy's. This is the first game in the franchise that started it all. You play as a nighttime security guard at a place called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where all you have to do is watch the cameras for suspicious activity and manage your power. Sounds easy, right? Throughout the night, you have to watch the main attraction at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the animatronics, being Bonnie the Bunny, Chica the Chicken, Foxy the Pirate, and the bear himself, Freddy Fazbear. But turns out these animatronics are haunted and are on their way to kill you. And your only line of defense is closing the doors. That's it. Could you imagine that? Being chased by a murderer and all you have to do is close the doors to save your life? Now, if you think being stuck in an office while murderous animatronics are on their way to kill you is bad, well, you have to also manage your power levels. The problem with that is everything you do in this game uses your power. Checking the cameras, closing the doors, and using your lights all consume power. And if you run out of power, you die. But other than that, the game is simple. Survive from 12 to 6 a.m. without letting any unwanted demons in your office or running out of power. Do that for 5 nights straight and you win. And what do you win besides the satisfaction of beating the game? You get a harder 6th night and a custom 7th night. The game killed itself. How fitting. Okay, so this is the first game, so it only makes sense that this goes at the beginning of the timeline. There is some backstory about some dead kids, but I don't know. We're just going to throw that in the miscellaneous section here. I think we got a healthy foundation. Legit, 4 months later, Scott Cawthon released Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This game is set to be in a new and improved Freddy Fazbear Pizza. Okay, new and improved. Second game, second location. It only makes sense for this to go next on the timeline. Yeah, nailing this!
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Shouldn't you be dead? Okay, never mind. I guess this is a prequel, so that must mean there's this location and then a location before it? Okay, sure. This is starting to get confusing, but I think I still got this. This game is very similar to its predecessor, as in you're a nighttime security guard at a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza where you have to survive from 12 to 6 a.m. But some things are a little different this time around. For one, you don't have to manage the power to the building, only the power to your flashlight. There are more animatronics this time around with the introduction of the Toy series of animatronics, being Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, and Toy Bonnie. And also the return of the old ones that look like they've been through hell and back, while also introducing some new characters like Balloon Boy, Mangle, and the Puppet. Where are the doors? There's no doors. What do you mean there's no doors? How the hell am I supposed to defend myself with no doors? Looks like this time around they give you a Freddy mask to defend yourself instead of the doors. I don't get it, but it works. So with this game, there's a few different twists you have to watch out for. As I said before, there are no doors to open and close, so you have to keep watch to make sure no creepy murder bots are trying to sneak up on you. You can scare some of them away with the Freddy mask, while the older animatronics you have to flash your flashlight to scare them off. Demons be gone! One thing I like that they added was animatronics that don't kill you. Well, not instantly at least. Like Balloon Boy, he sneaks into your office and makes your flashlights obsolete. You also have this music box you gotta keep winding or else you die, and then there's Mangle. Fuck Mangle! But other than all of that, it's the same deal as before. Survive till 6 a.m. for 5 nights and you unlock a bonus 6th night and a custom 7th night. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was a good sequel. It took what made the original popular and expanded upon it. It is crazy for how good it is considering it was only made in 4 months. If he keeps making these games at the rate he is, I'm gonna have to resort to alcoholism. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was released 5 months after Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This game is set to be 30 years after Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed. Okay. Sure. I feel like I'm missing something here, but I think it will sort itself out. I hope. Now stop me if you heard this before. You play as a nighttime security guard and you have to survive from 12 to 6 a.m. by watching the security cameras. But this time around, you're not working at a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You're actually working at a horror-themed attraction based on the horror stories that happen at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza called Fazbear's Fright.
I wanted to address this. I wasn't actually trying to murder you earlier. I was sent by a company to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh, okay. So, as again, this time around we have some changes. The biggest one being that there's only one animatronic named Springtrap. He looks like a yellow version of Bonnie, but looks like he's also gone through a shredder or something. But Springtrap may be the only one that can kill you, but he's not the only one that can jump scare you, because this game brought forth the introduction of the Phantom series of animatronics, with Phantom Freddy, Chica, Mangle, Balloon Boy, Foxy, and the Puppet. These characters can't exactly kill you, but they can hinder your playthrough, similar to how Balloon Boy worked in Fnaf 2. Also, there's no doors and no lights to worry about. Instead, you have audio clips that you can use to lure Springtrap away from the office and vent seals to keep him out. You also have a maintenance panel that you have to watch out for to reboot the cameras and audio systems when they go offline. You also have the ventilation system. You want to make sure that one stays online because that's kind of how you keep the Phantom animatronics away. Just like before, you survive all 5 nights and you unlock a bonus 6th night. This time, this one's dubbed Nightmare. This game is also the first game in the franchise to introduce a good and bad ending. Yet another great game in the franchise. I love how with each entry, the gameplay gets expanded upon and improved while sticking to its core point-and-click survival horror that it's known for. This is the 4th game in the franchise. I think I know what to expect by now, so I made myself a little checklist. Well, with this being the 4th installment, they decided to dub this one The Final Chapter. Yeah, who are you fucking kidding? This one probably has the biggest changes of all the games, because there is no cameras, no power, no maintenance panels, no phone calls. You're not even in a pizzeria this time. You play as a child in his bedroom trying to fight off the nightmares that is Freddy and the gang. And I really mean nightmares, because this game will introduce the Nightmare series of characters, with Nightmare Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. And also the little demon bastard plush trap that is the reason that hallways give me the creeps now. Nope, fuck that, I'm out. As I said before, this game works a bit differently than compared to the other games, because you have no cameras to check. You just have to keep running from door to door and listen to see if one of those nightmare characters are outside your door. And if you hear wrong, you die. But at least just like the other games, you have to survive from 12 to 6 a.m. Do that for 5 nights straight, and you unlock a 6th night and a 7th night called Nightmare, which introduces a new and more aggressive animatronic just simply named Nightmare. I think this game was mostly for the lore, trying to tell more of the story. Which reminds me. Okay, so there's this Fredbear Family Diner that took place before all of this, and then there's the Bite of 87, the Bite of 83, some missing children's incident. There's also a purple guy that's also Springtrap, and what the fuck is this? Oh, fuck that. It's bad enough I'm playing these games. I sure as hell ain't reading about it. And screw this timeline shit. Matt Pat, the crown is all yours because I give up. What, you think I'm just gonna buy these books and not read them? F you. It's never ending, isn't it? There is a God. Shit! Can this one be considered a spin-off so I don't have to talk about it? No? Damn. Five Nights at Freddy's 5. Or I guess this one is called Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. This one came out in 2016 and changed its gameplay yet again. Where this time you work in an underground animatronic rental place, where you are no longer stuck in a single office. This game adds kind of a free roam element to it. And I'm trying to put that lightly, because you have a few rooms that you can kind of move around in. But that's not the only thing they changed to the gameplay, as in this time around, each night has you do a different task, from restarting the power to working maintenance on the animatronics. And you have to do that while avoiding death from the new animatronics. I'm going to dub these the Funtime or Circus animatronics, because you have Funtime Freddy and Funtime Foxy, but you also have Circus Baby and Ballora. Also, this game is the first to be fully voice acted and have a story. There is still the 8-bit minigames that add some more to the lore, but this game has its own story to tell within it. Basically, Baby tries to groom you so then she can scoop your body out so she can escape the underground layer, then ditch your body. But turns out you're not dead. And if that's confusing to you, it's Fnaf. What do you expect? This game is weird because there's no 12 to 6 a.m. to survive tell and there's no cameras to check. It's just trying to tell a story. And I kind of like it for that. It's kind of a fresh take that the franchise needed, because there's only so many times you could play as a nighttime security guard checking cameras before it gets stale. So I kind of like the direction that this game took. It seems like this was the last game in the core series, because in 2017, Scott released a spin-off game called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Just a fun little 8-bit arcade game. Oh, no, 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 why? No! Well, turns out this 8-bit arcade game was actually Five Nights at Freddy's 6 in disguise. Great. This game once again changes up its gameplay compared to its previous installments, because this time you get to own your own Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm a businessman. This game would be considered a pizzeria tycoon. That's the best I can describe it. Basically, you take on the role of a franchisee trying to make your best version of a Freddy Fazbear Pizza. You gotta do your day-to-day and buy things like cups, lights, ball pits, arcade machines, and animatronics. You know, the basics to have at a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Your main goal is to keep your Faz rating up. The higher your Faz rating, the more money you get. The more money you get, the more money you can invest into your restaurant to make it better and or safer so you don't get sued. And yes, that can actually happen in this game. Is he supposed to be my lawyer? After your day shift is done, you get to go to your office and do your end-of-day tasks, like order new supplies for the next day. But there are two conveniently open vents behind you. Gee, I wonder what that's for. So, when you're done your end-of-day task, you still have one more task to do. Salvage the random animatronics that were left at your back door. It's like you're just asking to be murdered at this point. Are you gonna murder me? Alright, screw it. Come in. So each night there is a new animatronic at your back door. Bring it inside and play ominous sounds to it, and if it doesn't kill you, you get money. You gonna give me money? Yeah, I didn't think so. This better be the last one. You get told you want to make sure you salvage all of them because there is a big party on Saturday. But this turns out to be a trap to burn all the animatronics and free the spirits trapped within them. And kind of end the story as a whole. But with that, this is the first game to have multiple endings. I believe there's 6 different endings in total. Some endings answering questions that were asked in previous installments, while others creating new ones. Okay, I think I can take one more stab at this. There's now an orange guy? Huh. I kind of do like this one a lot because it feels like Scott was trying to have more fun with it while still trying to keep to the tone that you expect from Fnaf. It also works as a good conclusion that still keeps it open enough to add more. Same. So that's the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Overall, all these games have their own personalities to them, each one bringing their own way of telling the story to the franchise. And yes, I do think we got a lot of these games in a short amount of time, which is what turned a lot of people off to these games. But after playing all of them back to back, I can appreciate what Scott Cawthon has built here. It's a good thing that that's it. There's no other games that were made, it's just the core 6 I just talked about, and nothing else. Nope.